68.4 pounds.
I'm telling you, it works. It does. It has to.
Next corridor, big one.
Big deal. Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. As you've seen earlier, I came to the gym a little bit earlier than I usually do. It's like 11:45ish, and I usually come about 2:33 in the afternoon. And I'm not fasted. I did eat a protein bar and a banana, and I've had my water, but that is all I've had today. And I decided to come a little bit earlier today. It's Saturday, and to get my workout in. I'm gonna hit back and triceps, and that's what I'm about to do. So I'm going to jump into a commentary and walk you guys through this workout. Here we go. First movement for this back and tricep workout is a seated cable row. Pulling through my elbows, I had the close grip handle here, contracting my back, and I would swing a little bit just to get the heavy weight and contract it all the way up to my stomach, and then try to control it on the negative back down, and then repeat, trying to keep my torso perpendicular to the bench that I'm sitting on. And then, so the basic layout for this whole workout, every movement besides one is 2 warm-up sets and 3 working sets between 12 and 20 reps. In that 12 and 20 rep range on my 3 working sets, I was going to a failure and exhausting every last muscle fiber. So next movement for back is a lat targeted exercise. Here it eliminates the bicep like a lat pull down or pull up. Your bicep will fail before your lat, but this eliminates the bicep from the motion, ensuring that your latimus dorsus or your lat will fail rather than your bicep. So next back movement is a middle trap targeted exercise, a very short range of motion. All you do is start out, you need the chest pad there, but you start out with your shoulders rolled forward and contract them back using your trap, your middle trap, holding it there, trying to squeeze that pencil in the middle of your back. It's a very short range of motion, but a brutal exercise. Then again, 2 warm-up sets and then 3 working sets. This right here is the only exercise that I did not include my 2 warm-up sets. I just did 3 working sets with the 45-pound plate. And since I did not do any deadlifts on this back day, this is the exercise that I did to target my lower back. So that is going to end it for all of the back movements. After this, I went on to triceps, and this is the first tricep movement that I did, a tricep extension. I did 2 warm-up sets without the bands, and then I threw in the bands to add that extra effect since our tricep progressively gets stronger as we extend it. I did 3 working sets between 12 and 20 reps, and if I could not fully extend it, I would try to push through that hold. I would try to push through that brick wall, exhausting every last muscle fiber in my tricep. And then I moved on to here, the tricep kickback. What I did though, I did a suicide grip, thumb over the dumbbell, and for 2 reps, I would have my palm facing into my side, and then for 2 reps, I would twist, and my palm would be facing the ceiling. I would alternate 2 reps, 2 reps, 2 reps, 2 reps, and I did 2 warm-up sets again, and then 3 working sets between 12 and 20 reps on this as well, alternating, like I said, the hand positioning at the end point. And then on the end, my last little movement here was just one big set of burnouts for dips. So I hope you enjoyed this commentary and enjoy the rest of the vlog. Alright, so just finished up with the workout, and it's super bright. I need to get my glasses here. Needed to stop by Lowe's on the way home, so I need to put my glasses on, and I'm about to mix me up a protein shake because I'm freaking starving. It's probably like 1 or 2 o'clock. I can't remember because I have been, oh wow, that's better. I have been messing with Snapchat, and by the way, I made a new Snapchat. It's J Holland Fitness, all one jumble. It's J Holland, my last name, Fitness, no spaces, nothing. And make sure to go add me on Snapchat. I'm gonna mix up me a protein shake, and then I'll be heading home to actually get some real food because I am starving. Whew. I'm back home, and it's a little bit after 3 o'clock. I'm freaking starving. So what I'm gonna have to help me, get a little bit of volume in. Here we go. So I have 4.5 ounces of deli fresh. I really hate this clock. It goes off every 30 minutes. Feels like every 30 seconds. But I have 4.5 ounces of turkey breast, about 70 grams of baby carrots, 1 serving of broccoli, which is 85 grams, 100 grams of mushrooms, 1 serving of the baby spinach, and 1 serving of light balsamic vinaigrette. And that is what I'm going to have as my post-workout grub, and I will probably add along a sweet potato to that here in 1 second after I down this. But I'm starving, so I'm about to dig in. Alright, so I ate that salad up, and just like I expected, it definitely didn't fill me up. It was some good volume, great nutrients, micronutrients, and good, but I still have about 140 carbs left. It's 4 o'clock. I have, only ate a little bit of my carbs for the day, so like I said, I'm microwaving up a huge sweet potato. I'm going to actually eat this thing up, and then I'm going to head outside. I'm sure you guys can see behind me that it's very bright out there. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the light in the camera, but I'm going to head outside and work on my tan a little bit. Everybody's hating on my tan. Everybody hates on my tan. So I do need to, if it's going to help me, potentially make or break me winning a competition, I definitely want to go the extra mile and try to do my best to come into the show as dark as possible if it helps the muscle definition. So I'm going to go lay outside for probably a few hours and then come back in and probably record a podcast. So I will catch you guys after I go out here and get some sun. It's ready. So I just got back in and I'm officially tan. I know, I'm tan. So I'm starving, I'm tan, I'm starving. So what I'm gonna have is, I've been killing my new favorite craving that's actually pretty good for you is grits instead of oatmeal. I eat oatmeal sometimes, but grits, I like the way they taste, and I feel like I digest grits better, so I'm gonna have 2 servings of grits along with some 93.7 ground beef. So that's a little over 2 servings. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish that off. That's 2 servings, 2 1/4 servings of ground beef, and then I'm gonna have two packets of egg whites, or not egg whites, 2 packets of grits, and a little bit of mushrooms, which mushrooms have basically, they have calories, but hardly any at all. So I'll cook that in with this beef to give it a little bit of juice and flavoring. Always cook without a shirt on. No. I'm just kidding, brother. We'll just let that simmer, sizzle, and soak for a little bit. One thing that really helps me if I have like a big appetite throughout the day to keep it kind of suppressed is H2O. I've drank probably 1.25 gallons to 1.5 gallons so far today. It's currently probably a little bit after 6 p.m. and I just refilled it again, and I'm on basically going on 2 gallons of water for today. So I've been drinking a ton. I've been averaging probably 1.5 gallons of water, and especially later at night, it kind of helps me go to sleep without having an empty stomach. A lot of people, when they lay down at night or when they get to bed or about to go to bed, they're on an empty stomach, and they are hungry, and they think I can't sleep if I'm feeling hungry. So definitely drinking a lot of water helps with that, and it definitely helps me to feel fuller when I go to sleep, and it definitely helps. Looking good, man. Man, it looking good. That does smell good. I'll notch the heat back just a titty bit. Just 1 titty back. Here's what the beef and mushrooms turned out to look like, or smell like, whatever you want. I think it's going to be pretty good. I'm going to let that cool off. Adding the cayenne pepper, that's the first time I've done that in my grits. So that's really good, the cayenne pepper and black pepper, just to give it a little bit of flavor and kick to it. So what I want to talk to you guys about, though, while this cools down and before I eat it and while I finish these grits up, is So today is actually Saturday, September 16th, and this is exactly 6 weeks out from my competition. So what is my plan from here until the competition? And this is where it really, the last 6 weeks, and from here on out, it gets really down to the nitty gritty. Every little thing makes a difference. So my plan, what I'm really going to do is, since this is my first competition, it's going to be a big learning experience for myself. So what I plan on doing is I bump my carbs up. Right now I got my macro set at 225 grams of carbs, 170 grams of protein, and 55 grams of fat. And I think that's going to be good. As you've seen this morning, I think I weighed about 168.4. I believe that's what it was, 168.4. And I really want to stay about 168, 167 until 2 more weeks, until 4 weeks out. And what I'm going to do is basically, just like today, I go through my routine, I go to the gym, I do everything, and then I do cardio at night. I go to the gym and do my workout session, or my resistance training and my posing and all of that good stuff, and then I come back home and then I do about 30 to 45 minutes of cardio in here on the elliptical that I have at home. I found out that that's going to be working best for me. Like I just said earlier, my water intake is about 1.5 gallons at the moment. So what I really plan on doing is keeping my carbs where they at, 225 grams of carbs, about 170 grams of protein, and 55 grams of fat. And that's going to be about me maintaining around 167 to 168. And then when it comes to down about 1 month or 4 weeks out, I'm going to cut down to probably about 175 grams of carbs, and just see how that does, because as soon as I cut my carbs down, this last little bit of fat is going to really, because it's really thinning out already over the past week. Before I bump my carbs back up to 225, I really thinned out quick, and I know my body does that. So what I'm going to do is, when the 4 week out mark comes, I'm going to lower my carbs, and I'll keep pretty much everything else the same. I'll keep eating clean. I'm going to keep eating carb sources such as sweet potatoes, meat. I'm going to start eating cleaner meat such as white fish and things like that. So that is the plan. And then up until that last week, the last week will be, peak week or depletion week. And that last week, I am going to lower my carbs tremendously, and I will probably lose a couple pounds of fat that last week, as well as a couple pounds off of water weight. So that is going to be the last week, and that's where I'm going to really have extreme dieting that last week, week and a half or so, and I really cut down my carbs a lot. But, for myself, like I said, I weighed 168.4. I don't want to get too low, and where I'm at right now, I'm going to basically be at a maintenance stage for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be basically maintaining, but still burning a little bit of muscle, and then it's going to, step it up. Increasingly, my diet's going to be becoming more and more dramatic, I guess you can say. It's going to become more and more intense as far as the intensity of my diet, and trying to lose this last little bit that I have to lose. I believe I'm going to be going on stage at about 160 pounds, plus or minus a couple pounds, but most likely it's going to be 160 pounds stage weight, which is lower than I expected a couple months ago. But I think that's going to be, the best weight for me to bring the best physique that I can bring on stage, and that is the plan from here on out, 6 weeks out. And if I need to make adjustments to my macros over the next couple of weeks, I will. And if I need to make adjustments to my cardio or training, I would do that as well. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update as far as my plan from 6 weeks out all the way up until my competition. And of course, I will keep updating you as we go along on this prep. And that will be linked down below in the description box below. So make sure to go check out the podcast and give that a follow and subscribe to it, whether on iTunes, Stitcher, or SoundCloud, whichever one you prefer. But I am going to finish off my macros for tonight. Not even sure what time it is, but I'm going to finish off my macros with 1.5 servings of oatmeal, just whole grain oats with water makes oatmeal, and then half a serving of dark chocolate chips. And I'm going to eat this up, and then I'm going to go do about 30 minutes of low intensity cardio in there on the elliptical, hence why I am wearing this sweatshirt. So I will catch you guys after I finish up with that 30-minute session of cardio. Alright guys, so I just finished up with 45 minutes of low intensity cardio and just hopped off the Periscope live stream. So thank you, all of you who have tuned into the live streams and conversated back and forth. I enjoy it. It makes cardio go by faster, and you know, it just gives me something to do while I'm doing cardio, as well as other things like cooking. But that's going to be bringing this video to an end, and hopefully that, you know, the next 6 weeks, that's a rough structured plan, very rough, because like I said, this is my first bodybuilding competition. My body, I'm learning my body. Right now, you know, honestly, probably the next video that you guys will see will be, I don't even know, I'm not even gonna say it because I really don't even know, as far as the next update video or vlog about the competition prep. So I'm not sure, but it's getting tougher and tougher, definitely not getting easier. But nothing that is worth having is easy, and since, you know, I am in control of this, only it's up to me. You know, when I get on stage and when I step off that stage on October 28th, that night when I'm done, when it's all said and done and I step off stage, I know I'm going to be able to say that I gave it everything that I had, and I tried I worked as hard as I possibly could, and I tried my absolute best. So that is what the next 6 weeks is going to be all about, baby. It's going to be all about hard work, determination, and doing my best to bring the best physique I can for my first bodybuilding competition. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, guys. Go ahead and hit the like button. And if it's your first time stopping in on the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And as always, thank y'all so much for watching, and keep getting stronger.